Hiya, so it is time for another unboxing of the Abominable book club. I have the April edition here. It arrived yesterday, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and open it up and show you what we got in this month's box. So as always, it's a horror book subscription service based in the UK, but they're shipped worldwide. And let's see what goodies we have today. So upon opening the box, it looks like this. As always, very excited. On the very top, we have our second-hand book. This book will be different for everybody, so I like to leave it till the end as like a little surprise to unwrap. So yeah, let's go on with the snack first, as I can see it peeking there, and it's called, it's vegan fudge. It's called Slab. So this is what it looks like. It's like it says, a big slab of fudge. It says it's maple and walnut flavour. It's got expiry date on there. So yeah, organic, dairy-free, white chocolate alternative. So yeah, that sounds like it's going to be really interesting. It's nice to have a little vegan treat. Sometimes we get vegan ones, sometimes it's not. But yeah, they do all kinds of treats. We've not had this kind of treat before. So yeah, a big slab of fudge. That looks really nice. I'm looking forward to that. I love fudge. Actually, I can smell it a little bit. Oh, I can smell it a little bit through the package. It smells nice. So the next thing I can see is the drinks pouch that we get inside. I get the full guts box, which means I get the books plus the goodies. You can also just get the bare bones box, which is just the books, and it's a little bit cheaper. I think it's £15, and the full guts box is like 26, I think, plus shipping. So the ones we have today is a Lion's Jogo bag. This is a new one. This is a dark and lively. So this is the coffee bag. We then have a Yorkshire tea. We then have a Galaxy hot chocolate. I love these. I literally just had one with my lunch. We then have, from the English tea shop, we have a lemongrass, citrus and ginger. Good for this time of year when I'm getting hay fever and a bit of a scratchy throat. And then we have a Nescafe coffee. So those are the drinks we got this month. Let's have a look. Should we move on to the books next, because they're the next things I can see. So we have two books here. Oh, this one looks interesting. The first one I picked up is Red River 7. So this is what the book looks like. Red River 7 by AJ Ryan. Full of action and suspense. Red River 7 is Apocalypse Now meets Resident Evil. That sounds like it's going to be interesting. I haven't read like an apocalyptic type book in quite a while now. But it says 7 strangers awaken with no memories. Together they must undertake a mission into the heart of darkness. A man awakes on a boat at sea with no memory of who or where he is. He's not alone. There are 6 others, each with a unique set of skills. None of them can remember their names. All of them possess a gun. When a message appears on a onboard computer proceeding to point A, the group agrees to work together to survive. To survive whatever is coming. But as the boat moves through the mist-shrouded waters, divisions begin to form. Who is directing them, and to what end? Why can they not remember anything? What are the screams they can hear beyond the mist? Oh, this sounds like it's going to be really tense, like a really intense kind of thriller. So there's a group of people with no memory out in the middle of nowhere on a boat. This sounds like, yeah, it's going to be really intense and really creepy. I'm looking forward to this one. This might have to be my next read, actually. Yeah, that sounds really good. Right up my street. Okay, So we then have My Throat, An Open Cave, which I love the cover of this book. It's really pretty. I like florals on books, and it has like florals with like hands coming out of the florals. But yeah, I really like that. It's a really pretty book. And this says it's a sinister horror, unflinching complex themes, and it's by Tori Bovalino. I can't pronounce names, we know this by now on this channel. I'm terrible when it comes to author names. But yeah, let's see what this is about. It says in a small town, in the small town of Winston, Pennsylvania, they fear the Lord of the Wood almost as much as they fear God. According to legends, ghosts of the nearby forest steal unattached babies, leaving tokens in the woods and bones in their place. Lee Jones didn't believe the legend until, thinking it was just a way to scare local children until her baby brother disappears. Ooh. Filled with shame and the weight of the town's judgment, Lee crosses the river to the Lord of the Woods' domain to bring her brother back. But the devilish figure who is haunting Winston for generation isn't what she expected. He tells her she can have her brother back for a price. It's a bargain that will uncover secrets her hometown has tried to keep buried for decades, and what she will unearth will have her questioning everything she's been taught to fear. So this sounds like it's going to be intense as well, but in a different kind of way. The other one feels almost like a fight for survival and wanting to know what's happening, and this one definitely has more of like a creepy, yeah, like folklore-y kind of feel to it. So it has like a fairy tale-esque, folklore-esque theme. That's what it sounds like anyway. It sounds like it's going to be like a slow, creepy, sinister horror, and then the other one sounds like it's going to be more of like a racing thriller kind of a thing. So two very different books this month. Both really sound good. I will say this one appeals to me a little bit more, but I'm definitely interested in this one. It sounds very interesting. Some kind of spirit in the woods who takes children. So yeah, very interesting, both of those. Let's see if we have anything else inside the box. I can see we have a pin. We actually haven't had a pin in a little while. We then have a few other bits and pieces. So what's this? Let's look at this first. Dear reader, this is a note from the author of the second book. It was Tori, wasn't it? Yeah. So she's giving a little opening kind of thing about the book, like describing it a little bit. She says, I've described this book as many things, but really it's a whole lot of yearning, shame and insecurity, a sprinkle of religious trauma, a micro fixation on gardening and a love of Pennsylvania. So yeah, I'll include this in my review of the book. Let me pop it in, because I say that every time and then I lose these bits of paper and then totally forget about them when I'm reading the books. So let me slip it in the front there so I don't lose it. We then have what appears to be a sticker, and it's just like a funny little sticker, and it says warning, positivity, do not enter. So that's like a funny little sticker there. We then have a signed book plate by Tori, the author of My Throat, An Open Cave. So again, I'm going to put that. I always stick them directly inside the books. We then have one of the pins from this pin company. I'll show you the back of it if my camera will focus. That's the company. I love these pins. They're so well detailed. I have like a shopping trolley I do all my shopping in, and I've pinned them all to that. But this one is Cthulhu themed, and yeah, it looks like he's taking a phone call. So look at the detail. I mean, I hope my camera's picking it up, but yeah, the detail on these badges is so cool. They're like enamel metal pin badges. But yeah, and it's a Cthulhu with his phone in his little suit. I like that one, that's funny. We then have our bookmarks. So we have our standard Abominable Book Club bookmark, which has the QR code where you can see the spoiler card where it explains what everything is. But like I said previously, I have an ancient phone, so I don't have a QR scanner on my phone, which is unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. And it also has the short story on the back, which, oh, the text matches my newly painted wall. We then have the other bookmark, which is like a ghostly figure in the back here. The second one's always based on like horror movies or horror books. It says no feet. It looks like it's another little short story. It's a little short story. Yeah, it's got like a little short story. I have to read that later on the back. And I think that's everything in this month's box. Let me just double check. Yep, that's everything in this month's box. So let's open up the second-hand book and see what we got. Thought I'd lost my scissors again for a moment there, but I've got them. Oh, if you heard that, that's my tummy grumbling. I don't know why, I just had lunch. Yeah, I always like to see the second-hand books that everyone gets. The one I have is one called The Nurse, and this isn't one that I have, which is good. And it said, she's a heartless killer. Oh, is she a heartless killer or an innocent victim? So it's The Nurse by A.J. Corrigan. This is what it looks like. So yeah, I've not heard of this one, I don't think. It says, when you hear her story, will you believe her? So it says, Rose is a hard-working nurse, a loving wife, and a merciless killer, or so she says. Despite her confession, it is hard to believe that this beautiful, kind woman could have killed her vulnerable patient in cold blood. Down on his luck, former journalist Theo is convinced that there is more to what happened than what Rose is telling, and so decides to visit her behind bars to write her story. With each new visit, he becomes increasingly sure that Rose is hiding the truth. But is he trying to set free an innocent victim or falling prey to a calculated murderer? That sounds interesting. I don't think I've ever read a book where the killer's already in prison and it's like somebody's interviewing them. Yeah, that sounds like it's going to be interesting. I guess we have to guess whether she's innocent or not, and we have to decide that for ourselves. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one to read. So these are the books to wrap it up. We have My Throat is an Open Cave, we have Red River 7, and we have The Nurse. So yeah, all three of these books sound really interesting. I will definitely be reading all of them. I'm pretty sure I'm going to read Red River first. It sounds like it's going to be a little bit more fast-paced than the other two. But yeah, really interesting books this month. I'm really happy with all of those. Let me know if you've heard of any of these. I haven't heard of any of these personally myself. But yeah, like I said, all very good books. We've got the signed book plate. We got the badge, the bookmarks, and the sticker. We've got the very tasty looking fudge. And we've got our selection of teas and coffees. So yeah, that is everything that we got in this month's Abominable Book Club. Let me know your thoughts. Have you heard of these books? Do you think they sound good? And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So as usual, thank you for watching, and until next time, bye guys.